Hey, welcome to Cute Things by Rebecca. I am Rebecca, and today we are going to make a cute little paw print keepsake with a pocket so you can keep some of your little fur babies with you at all times. This is a reverse applique process that you may or may not want to use. You don't have to do the reverse applique, but it's an option, so you can use some clear vinyl so you can actually see the fur. So these are the supplies that you need. We're doing the snap tab version. I'll have an eyelet version too, but it'll be made the same way. So your main vinyl lining and a pocket piece and some clear if you want to do that part of it, and a straight blade. So let's get started. The first step on the machine is a placement step. I'm going to run that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ran the placement step. I used pink thread. You can hardly see it there, but notice this is going to be the placements for your pocket. I'm leaving the opening for the pocket pretty narrow, so we don't have to worry about the fur falling out. So if you had the fur, you want to, take maybe a chopstick or something and push it in there, but we want it to stay with and in the design. So now these might be good in the marketplace. So instead of having you sew it in, like leaving an opening and sewing it closed with the fur in it, I chose not to do that. I chose to do it with the pocket in case you wanted to sell it at market. I think it would be a nice little gesture to have. So now what you want to do after your placement is done, you want to take your main vinyl and you want to take your like your lining piece, your second piece of vinyl, and just kind of you can put one on one side and one on the other, or you can just do it this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're doing this part now because when we do the reverse applique, we're cutting out the pieces, and this is the best time to add that lining piece because you'll be able to see after we put the clear on. So go ahead and secure that and then run the next step. Oops. And it's just going to stitch around. I'll be right back. Okay, so it just secured those layers together. So the next step on the machine are placements for the paw print. So I'm going to run that, and then we're going to trim out the inside of those paw print. Okay, so it made the little paw print. So now what I like to do is just take a straight blade and trim the inside out. Now you don't have to do this, but we're going to put a clear piece of vinyl so we can see the fur if we want. But you don't have to do the whole reverse applique part. But I just trim on the inside with a straight blade. I'm not a very good trimmer, but just take your time and make sure you go through both those layers, and then you can use your little trimmer scissors to clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I cut my paw print out. Just take your time doing that. I'm not very good at that, like I said, but I know you guys can do it. I'm going to fix that up here before I put it back on the machine. Anyway, so now what you want to do is just take your clear piece of vinyl and just lay it over where the paw print gets stitched, because it's going to stitch the paw prints, or the paw print. So go ahead and secure that with tape and then put it back in your machine. I will be right back. Okay, so now that we have our little window, it's all secured on there, just go ahead and trim that clear close to the paw print all the way around. There we go. So the very last step on the machine is for your pocket. I don't need a piece this big. Let me. Okay, so remember I showed you the little placements for it's up here. You're not going to be able to see it after it's stitched, but just know, I mean, if you put your pocket all the way up here, it's fine. You just have to trim that. It's just going to leave a little opening where the tab is. That way we don't lose any of our stuff. So this is, you can it's just, if you wanted like a lining piece on this, I would put it like on the back, so it looks like this from the front, but it's just going to add another layer. Or if you're okay with just the little vinyl piece plain without a lining, it would look like that, and I think that would probably be okay. I'm not gonna line it, so just line up, make sure the whole design is covered. And see, I don't think I cut my piece big enough. See, I should have just left it big. Anyways, so I'm just gonna lay that over the top like that. And then I'm gonna run the pocket. I will be right back. Okay, so it's all done. So now what you want to do is just trim around. Remove your stabilizer, of course. I'm not going to show you the boring of me trimming, but I will show you how to add the snaps. So there you have it, and there is your pocket opening. Like I said, I left it small because we don't want that that fur to fall out. So if you took like a chopstick, you could push it down into that little opening. I didn't want to make it big. And then the snap tab will secure onto that, and it should keep everything in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim and clean this up. Okay, so I just trimmed around everything. You can put the snaps anywhere you want. I always tell everybody that. For extra secure, you know, you could put your little lobster clasp in here and then just do it like normal, like that, and be able to have the opening accessible. But if you're just gonna make this for yourself and you want to keep your keepsake with you at all times, I would suggest putting the snap in here and having it be able to snap closed, so you don't have to worry about anything falling out. That's what I would do, and that's what I'm going to do. So I know the opening is small, but you can get your snaps in there. So I'm just going to stick a snap in there, poke a hole in it. I just use this snap for to poke my hole. I'm just going to slide it in there a little bit and just poke it through. Just press it a couple times. So you still have your pocket. Oh, whoops. Maybe we didn't press it. We didn't, because the prong is still up. Let's try this again. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I just went through the whole design. That might not be the best idea there. Shoot. Well, that looks terrible, doesn't it? Or maybe it'll come out. Maybe you don't want your snap there. I don't know. Maybe the opening is small enough to where you don't. Or you could just do it normal. But anyways, if you did it like I just did, which is a bomb. See, I'm always learning. Anyways, the opening's there. So I'm gonna finish this up, and there, it'll be like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that project up. And I really appreciate you watching my video and watching all my bloopers here at the end. There's always some kind of blooper happening. So thanks for watching.